All right, welcome to the Explainer. Today, we are getting right into one of the biggest, most critical decisions any Australian small business owner has to make. Yep, it's the classic showdown, Xero or MYOB. And believe me, getting this right can literally save you thousands of dollars and just so many headaches down the track. So let's dive right in. So in one corner, you've got Xero, the cloud-native upstart that really completely changed the game. And in the other corner, MYOB, the OG, the established market leader that's been part of Aussie business for, well, forever. And look, the numbers are pretty staggering. Xero now has something like 60% of the online market. But, and this is a big but, don't count MYOB out. They're still a massive force. The goal of this whole explainer is to figure out which one is the perfect fit for you and your business. Okay, so here's how we're going to break this down. First, we'll look at their core philosophies, because they are really different. Then we'll jump into a feature face-off, talk about the price tag, and finally help you figure out what your perfect fit is. All right, first up, the philosophies. And this is actually super interesting because it's not just about, which one has a better invoicing feature. It's about two completely different ways of thinking about what business software should even be. Okay, think of it like this. Xero is kind of like the app store for your business. It's this sleek, central hub, and its whole job is to connect to all the other best-in-class tools you might need. And MYOB, it's more like a comprehensive, all-in-one Swiss Army knife. It wants to have all the tools you need right there, built in from day one. And you can see that App Store idea right here. Xero gives you this really clean, beautiful core product, and then you build on top of it. You connect it to Shopify for your online store, Stripe for taking payments, Square for your cafe. You get the idea. But then you've got MYOB. Their whole approach, especially with the more advanced plans, is to pack more power into the main software itself. The goal is simple. Solve your complex problems right out of the box so you don't have to go hunting for another app. So, okay, that's the big picture philosophy. But how does that actually affect the stuff you'll be using day in, day out? Let's get into the nitty-gritty and put them head-to-head in a feature face-off. First round, ease of use. Xero is just famous for this, right? Its interface is modern, intuitive, not a lot of jargon. And because it's 100% cloud, you can use it on your Mac, your PC, your phone, whatever. MYOB, on the other hand, gives you that old-school comfort of actual phone support, which is huge for some people. But, and this is a big one for Apple fans, some of their top-tier plans basically force you onto a Windows machine to get all the features. All right, round two. And this is a huge one. Payroll, paying your team. This is often where the real differences in cost and complexity start to show up, especially as your business gets bigger. And the key word here is scalability. See, with Xero, you're on these tiered plans that limit how many employees you can pay. So as you grow, it can get, pretty expensive pretty fast. MYOB, though, their higher-end plans just give you unlimited payroll. For businesses with a bigger team, or those planning to grow, that often makes MYOB way more cost-effective in the long run. Okay, next up, round three, inventory management. If you sell anything physical, whether you're an e-commerce store, a retailer, a manufacturer, you know this is absolutely mission critical. And here we go again. You can really see those two different philosophies at play. Xero gives you the basics for tracking inventory, but if you have complex needs, it expects you to plug in a powerful, specialized app. MYOB, sticking to its all-in-one playbook, builds way more of that advanced stuff like multi-location tracking right into the software itself. Which, of course, brings us back to the whole world of integrations. And look, there's no contest here. Xero has a huge advantage with its marketplace of over 1,000 apps. That gives you just incredible flexibility to connect pretty much any tool you're already using and build a system that's perfectly tailored to you. Okay, so let's talk about the bottom line, the price tag. What is all this power and flexibility actually going to cost you? You know what? The answer might actually surprise you. So if you're just starting out, MYOB's entry-level plan is often way cheaper, like less than half the price of Xero's. And here's the kicker. Even when you move up to the higher tier plans, once you start adding more employees to your payroll, MYOB very often still comes out on top, especially if you pay annually and get that discount. And this is something you absolutely have to remember. With that Xero App Store model, you've got to factor in the cost of all those extra apps. If you need advanced inventory or serious project management, well, those subscriptions can add up, and they can add up fast. It's all part of the total cost. So, after all that, what's the verdict? Well, look, we're not going to sit here and declare one absolute winner. That's not how it works. Instead, let's give you a framework to help you figure out which one is the right choice for your business. All right, let's break it down. Are you Team Xero or Team MYOB? Which camp do you fall into? You should probably go with Xero if you're all about that modern, simple interface. If you're already using a bunch of other cloud tools like Shopify or HubSpot, and you want them all to talk to each other seamlessly, or if you're a Mac-based business that needs advanced features. Basically, if flexibility and that huge app ecosystem are your top priorities, Xero is your guy. On the other hand, you should seriously consider MYOB if you need more heavy-duty features built right in. We're talking robust inventory and payroll for a large, complex workforce. If you just prefer having an all-in-one solution without juggling a bunch of apps, and you value the security of phone support, then MYOB is probably your perfect match. You know, at the end of the day, this choice isn't just about accounting features. It's really about finding a system that simplifies your life, empowers your team, and can grow with you. It's about matching the software to your ambition. And that's really the question you need to ask yourself. To grow your business, do you need a better toolbox or a bigger toolkit? Xero's flexible toolbox of connected apps versus MYOB's powerful all-in-one toolkit. Hopefully, this explainer has made that choice just a little bit clearer for you.